In the headlines, bandits abduct 5 students in Katsina State. More bodies recovered in Kebbi boat accident. FCT, 19 other states across the country to bring back use of face masks as diphtheria cases hit 8,000. On the foreign scene, 23 Indian Army personnel missing in flash flood incident. Hello there, good afternoon and welcome to Trust News Update. I'm Abdullahi Ahmed. We start in Katsina as 5 female students of the Federal University Dutse Ima in Katsina State have been abducted by suspected bandits. The students were kidnapped in their residence off campus located along Saskia Road in the state. Now, Trust TV's Abdullahi Ahmadi is joining us via phone to give us an update on the situation with the abduction of the students. Abdullahi Ahmadi, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us on the news update. What do we know so far about the circumstances of the abduction of the 5 students?
Well, thank you for being there for us. And the 5 female students kidnapped said to be from Kano and Nasarawa states, and 2 of them are in their final year. And of course, one of the students of the university told Trust TV that it is not certain whether the other 2 students are not in their final year. However, at the time of compiling this report, there was no information concerning the situation of the abductees, as their captors did not make any call or make any demand as a ransom whatsoever. The students confirmed that following the kidnapping incidents at the Federal University of Gusau in Zamfara State, the Fudumo authorities instructed them to ensure that they remain indoors from 10 p.m. daily. And that was why the students were met in their dormitories and were abducted there. The head of the public relations unit of the university, Habibu Umar Aminu, confirmed that the incident happened around 2 a.m. on Wednesday, and the efforts are ongoing to rescue the victims and hurt. On the side of the police, the spokesman in Katsina, ASP Sadiq Ali Abubakar, said that one person suspected to be an informant to the terrorist was arrested. Similarly, he added that some other people were also arrested alongside the informants for involvement in the abduction of the female students. Finally, Aliu also maintained that there was coordinated efforts to rescue the victims and hurt, because they have to be very careful in trailing the bandits so that they will not ambush them and attack them. So there are efforts to rescue the victims, according to police reports.
Right. Just to confirm, Abdullahi Ahmadi, was this attack on a university campus or an off-campus residence of the students?
No, off-campus residence of the students behind Mariamo Ajiri, very close to Saskia Road, and along the weekly market, Dutse Ima weekly market site or road.
Right, and what more are we learning about how this attack happened? You just said it happened around 2 a.m. Were there injured persons? Was the attack coordinated by these individuals just to kidnap the 5 female students?
Well, according to reports we gathered, the mission was just to kidnap the female students, not to hurt anybody, because there was no shooting, no injury, no killing, nothing. They were there just to kidnap the female students, and they successfully kidnapped them and went away with them without any restriction or without any
pushback, without any resistance. Right. And what can you tell us about the situation around the Federal University Dutse Ima, especially from students who must have been shaken up by this development?
Well, honestly, there is this fear of further attacks. There is this fear of another abduction because as it happened in Gusau, Zamfara State, and it happened now in Katsina at Dutse Ma Federal University. The students are in fear that maybe the bandits will strike anytime, any moment. So they are in desperation, in fears, honestly.
Right, and of course, we'll keep tabs on some of these developments. Abdullah Yamadi, thank you for the updates, and we hope to hear soon more of, regarding efforts to get those students back from captivity. Thank you very much for the update.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Right, Abdullah Yamadi, Trust TV's correspondent in Katsina, giving us update regarding developments around the abduction of 5 female students by suspected bandits in the Federal University, Dutse Ma, earlier in the morning at around 2 a.m. in their off-campus residence. Now, in neighboring Sokoto State, the police command has confirmed an attack by hoodlums at a mini-market in Usman Danfodio University on Monday. The attack, which caused pandemonium in the main campus of the university, for students and other members of the university community scampering for safety. Trust TV's Abubakar Imam says the attack was reported around 10:30 p.m.
Speaking to Trust TV on the phone, the spokesman of the Sokoto Police Command, ASP Ahmed Rufai, said contrary to the speculation making the round, the attack was perpetrated by hoodlums and not bandits. According to him, the hoodlums, numbering about 6, came to the mini market of the university and attacked some shops. In the process, 2 shops owners sustained injuries and are currently receiving treatment in the hospital. The hoodlums also carted away some items before the arrival of the security operatives. Rufai, however, said security operatives were deployed to patrol the university. Corroborating this, the Vice-Chancellor of the university, Lawal Bilbis, dispelled the rumors of students kidnapped.
We have a social media committee in the university in which students are also members. We monitor what they do without necessarily censoring their activities. As I said, the student yesterday, they sent disclaimer themselves when they saw what is going viral. They sent disclaimer that actually there were no bandits at Usman Danfodio University. There are tips who came. I first saw that disclaimer around 12:30 after I left the place to my house. And so somebody forwarded me with them, social media, I was with them, assuring them that there was no bandit. Actually, we have that policy on ground. And that's why you hardly see a lot of these things. But sometimes, you can't police the social media, but we have policy that we, without necessarily curtailing their freedom and movement, also to be responsible citizens of the country, because a lot of this havoc is being caused by social media posting.
It will be recalled that suspected bandits had attacked and kidnapped some students at the Federal University Gusau recently. From the main campus of Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, Abubakar Awal Imam reporting for Trust TV.
Now, 3 more bodies from the boat accident on Monday morning between Agwara local government area of Niger State and Yauri local government area of Kebbi State have been recovered by local divers. The acting director general, Niger State Emergency Management Agency, Garba Salihu, disclosed this to Daily Trust on Wednesday, saying the recovery of the 3 bodies brings the death total to 7. It says search operation is still on to recover more bodies from the remaining victims from the river Niger. Earlier, Daily Trust reporter in Niger State, Abubakar Akote, sent us an update on this rescue mission.
On the latest boat mishap in Agwara local government area of Niger State, between yesterday and today, 7 more bodies have been recovered from water by local divers, and the identities were given by the Niger State Emergency Management Agency, while the Director General Niger State Emergency Management Agency, Garba Salihu, said rescue operation was ongoing recover the remaining bodies. He was not, however, optimistic if the remaining victims will be alive, because as of this morning they have spent almost 3 days in water. So he was not sure if they will be rescued alive. However, between September 2nd and October 2nd, and 53 lives have been lost in Niger State in different both mishap in 4 local government areas of Niger State. Monkwa Monkwa local government topped with 30 victims, mostly women and children, followed by Borogu, where 2 incidents led to death of 10 farmers. Agwara local government also came third, while also in Shiro local government 2 incidences happened within the month.
Trust TV's Abubakar Akuti, they're giving us update on the recent boat mishap that led to the death of many aboard that boat that was heading to Yauri local government area of Kebbi State. Recovery mission for the bodies of the victims is still on, according to the Niger State Emergency Management Agency. To Lagos now, where 2 persons, including a pregnant woman, have died while others sustained injuries when a driver fleeing from officials of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, rammed into a tricycle in the Okota area of Lagos State. Spokesman of the Lagos State Police Command, Benjamin Hunde, confirmed the development, noting that the injured are being treated in a hospital. According to him, following the incident, a mob attacked the policeman attached to the LASMA team in the area. He, however, said a probe into the matter has already commenced. While narrating how the incident happened, LASMA said the driver was being apprehended by its officials for driving against traffic. In a bid to enforce law and order in Nigeria's capital, operatives of the FCT command of the Nigeria Police have arrested several suspects alleged to have committed crimes ranging from kidnapping, armed robbery and cultism, among many others, within the federal capital city. The FCT Commissioner of Police, while parading the suspect at the command's headquarters, revealed that 14 suspects have been arrested for committing various crimes. Noel Sampson has more.
Those paraded for wreaking havoc on residents in the nation's capital include armed robbery suspects, many of whom are ex-convicts, kidnappers, and persons known as one-chance operators who pretend to be genuine drivers but specialize in dispossessing unsuspecting passengers of the valuables. Items recovered from them include firearms, explosives, mobile phones, point-of-sales machine, also known as POS, and 36 bags of leaves suspected to be in their hand.
Acting on intelligence, police operatives from Kabusa Division trailed and arrested one Adam Idris, aka Idi, a wanted and also a notorious kingpin responsible for a series of kidnapping around Gagadimawa and Apo, Lokogoma and Kabusa Aziz. On 26 September 2023, in the spirit of synergy and collaboration with other sister security agencies, Brigade of Guard handed over one Abraman Abdullahi of Kaduna State to Police Command. The suspect and 6 others came all the way from Kaduna in a Hilux vehicle to perpetrate crime here in FCT.
The FCT Commissioner of Police revealed that the command had over 10 cases of alleged disappearance of male organs across the territory and the escalating incident of mob actions by irate youths.
14 suspects so far who claimed their male organ had disappeared were taken to the hospital, where the medical doctor confirmed that the male organ is intact and active.
Some of the suspects spoke of their involvement in the crime they accused them of.
And they inside market, I see police come arrest me.
What do you do before police arrest you? Police not just see you for market arrest you.
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
My brother Mohammed carry me go arrest person.
Arrest? You go arrest? I don't understand arrest.
Carry and go bush. Yes, sir.
So meaning you kidnap.
Yes, sir.
Most of my operation, I be driver. Like sometimes they will stop, like we'll carry one person. We're going for, they're asking for a phone or money. After that, they will not drop him or her.
We pick passing. We drive as if we are loading.
Just which area, how?
We specify an area of like Maraba down to AYA. This AYA axis. So like we are loading passengers. So when we pick, we don't take more than one.
To get rid of crime and criminality in the FCT, the commissioner appeals to residents to collaborate with the police through information sharing. Noel Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
And in Kaduna State, Governor Uba Sani has lamented the number of out-of-school children in the state, which he puts at 680,000. Noting that the figure is alarming and unacceptable, the governor urges all stakeholders in the state to support the government to help reverse the trend for the state to make meaningful progress in the fight against insecurity, illiteracy, and building a better future. Now, the governor was speaking during a meeting with senior citizens and elders from Kaduna State to brief them on the activities of his administration. He said that his administration has embarked on the construction of over 62 new secondary schools through a $28 million Kuwait fund to address the classroom deficit across Kaduna State. Governor Sani also highlighted the current challenges of insecurity in the state and the urgent need for all hands to be on deck to address them. As diphtheria spreads further across the country, the federal government has urged the affected 19 states to reintroduce the use of face masks. The executive director of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Faisal Shuaib, gave the advice while describing diphtheria as an airborne disease and can be reduced by adopting non-pharmaceutical interventions such as the use of face masks, hand washing, and physical distancing from affected persons. Shuaib said Kano, Yobe, Katsina, Borno, Kaduna, and Bauchi states are bearing the brunt of the outbreak, accounting for a staggering 97% of all reported cases, while Kano alone carries the weight of over 84% of the cases in the country, making it the epicenter of the diphtheria outbreak, which occurs more in children aged between 1 to 14. Meanwhile, the Nigeria Center for Disease Prevention and Control says as of October 3rd, 2023, there have been over 13,000 reported cases of diphtheria, out of which 8,400 were confirmed cases from 114 local government areas across 19 states, including the FCT. Well, you're watching the news update on Trust TV. Coming up ahead, we'll take a look at how businesses are struggling to survive as Nigeria's economy continues to contract. More news coming up ahead in just a moment.
Let's take you on a ride through a series of colors, events, concerts, and lots more. Are you planning an event? EventScope has you covered. Make Trust TV your #1 choice to cover your event. Call 080-3591-0553. EventScope, making your event classic. Follow us on all of our social media platforms at Trust TV News for latest updates on EventScope.
Welcome back to the news. Here's a quick reminder of our top stories at this hour. Bandits abduct 5 female students in Federal University in Katsina. More bodies recovered in Kebbi Niger boat accident. Now, let's get the latest from the National Assembly, as reports indicate that a ministerial nominee, Balarabe Abbas Lawal, slumped while being screened by the Nigerian Senate this afternoon, sparking frantic scenes in the Red Chamber of the National Assembly. The nominee, who is from Kaduna State, has spoken for several minutes during his screening exercise before falling to the floor, with several lawmakers rushing to his aid. He was the second nominee to be screened today. Now, he had finished making his presentation to the lawmakers and was about to take questions from them when he fell to the floor. Now, the Senate went into a closed-door session while reports are being made to revive, or efforts rather are being made to revive the nominee, who is still inside the chamber of the National Assembly. Once again, the nominee that was recently nominated to replace former governor of Kaduna State, Balarabe, slumped during his screening exercise at the Nigerian Senate. We'll get you more details as soon as we learn more about this unfolding development at the Nigerian Senate. But in other news, there are divergent views by many Nigerians about the performance and impact of the Tinubu administration on the state of affairs 4 months in, as socioeconomic conditions continue to worsen following the removal of fuel subsidy. The targeted palliatives designed to cushion the effect of subsidy removal is having little or no impact on many residents in Kano, who argue that the government needs to do more. Idris Jibrin tells us more.
100 days and counting. That is the duration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in office. One may say it's too early to measure the performance of the president, but not according to these people who troop into the market on daily basis to buy foods. It is the subsidy removal that further complicates things for most Nigerians. However, within the last 100 days, Tinubu says he has saved over 1 trillion naira from the subsidy, but residents in Kano are yet to start feeling the impact.
We are not coping very well. The current situation is very hard, we are not even coping well. But we are just thanking God.
Things are getting out of hand. What we believe that this new government will give to us is no longer what we are seeing. This is just his 100 days in office and things are like this. I will still have more 3 years and 200 and something days to go. So the things are not going well.
Across the commercial city of Kano, fuel is now sold at between 650 naira to 700 naira per litre. In order to ease the suffering of the poor, some philanthropists are subsidizing the price to as low as 415 naira per litre.
It was a call from Her Excellency that government alone cannot do everything. So you should help people around you. So that is why this Good Samaritan decided to help people around him, that is Nigerians, with palliative of fuel for the whole Nigeria. So we flagged off last week in Maiduguri and Abuja for North Central and Port Harcourt for South. And yesterday we were in Lagos. So now we are here in Kano.
In a recent news conference, the APC Amalgamated Support Group in Kano assured that the current hardship is only temporary and that there is renewed hope for national development.
We have met a lot of serious things on ground which realistically they are true. To him to have even have the confidence not to lie to the Nigerians before and during campaign, he said, I'm going to remove fuel subsidy. Whether you elect me or you don't elect me, I'm going to do it. And he kept his word. So that's to tell you this man is a gentleman. He said fuel subsidy has been a problem to us. It's like you having a family problem at home. It's not an easy thing for a day to solve it. But I assure Nigerians, the assurance you are asking on behalf of Nigerians is this is just 100 days. And I assure you the refineries are about to experience serious engineering renovation.
Now, with hundreds of people rushing to a filling station like this to buy less expensive petrol, the price of food items and other essential commodities continue to skyrocket. Concerns are growing that things may likely continue to get worse. Idris Jubrin, Trust TV News, Kano.
Elsewhere, small and medium business owners in Imo State are expressing mixed feelings while marking Nigeria's independence anniversary. For some, ease of doing business in the country has been eroded due to Nigeria's harsh economic condition that is crippling businesses across the state. Ajibade Praise tells us more.
Most businesses in the state, especially small-scale businesses, are nosediving as their capital now goes more into servicing the high cost of living that has negatively impacted the lives of low-income earners. They expected that Nigeria at 63 should have offered them better opportunities that would have made survival of themselves and their businesses a lot easier.
Which kind of celebration? Celebrating this kind of country. Even the leaders, the politicians themselves. Can you imagine the kind of embarrassment everybody we are getting on daily basis in this country? Even if you want to start a business, government will not provide job. Then you start your own business. Government will send all kind of agencies to come and kill the business. You start a business, the high energy cost will not allow your business to thrive. You're not making profit.
It has not been easy. We never thought we were going to survive till this time. The government should help us with funds. All our capital has gone into other expenses due to high cost of living. The government should help us.
Some of them expressed bitterness with the issue of heavy and multiple taxation, which slows down business growth. For them, most of the democratically elected government from independence till date did not do well for the country, hence the retrogression instead of positive growth and development in the country.
Nigeria is well, but the country is strong. And as any business has not moving, even people where they save, don't move everywhere. The salary, they know they pay us again. That is the hunger is too much. As I know that this year will be better for us as everything come out now, as they start to do well. So I know as far as God keep us life in them.
What else? What else is wrong with this country? You cannot provide jobs. You're not creating social amenities. You're not creating infrastructure. You're not building anything. Then somebody will start a small-scale business. Then they will come and be killing it. They will say it's internal revenue. They will say it's a development levy. Which kind of development? All the money we are paying, we are not developing anything with it.
Tired of their present struggles, the residents are calling for a positive change in their situation through government policies that are people-oriented. Ajibade Praise, Trust TV News, Owerri.
All right, to developments on the foreign scene now. The Indian Army says 23 of its soldiers are missing after a powerful flash flood caused by intense rainfall tore through a remote valley in the mountainous northeast Sikkim state. A video released by an army official showed a thick torrent of raging brown water sweeping down a thick forested valley with roads washed away and power lines ripped down. Now the area is close to India's border with Nepal and China. Well, that's it. You're up to date with the latest news stories at this hour. Feel free to follow us across our social media platforms to keep up with our content and visit trusttv.com for the latest news stories. My name is Abdullahi Ahmed. Thank you for watching.